As you can see on the screen that the application was submitted on the 7th January 2025 and the final passport request for the visa stamping came on 7th February. Hey everyone, I wanted to make this video for such a long time and you would have probably seen from the title or thumbnail. So I'm going to talk about the super visa today. And before I proceed, I also wanted to share that I applied for my parents' super visa recently and it was approved in just a few weeks. As you can see on the screen that the application was submitted on the 7th January 2025. Biometrics were not required because they already gave it before for their previous visit visa application, which was unfortunately not approved. And then they received the medical request on January 31st and the final passport request for the visa stamping came on 7th February. So as always, I'm here again to help you guys in case you need any help or guidance. Please bear with me for a few minutes in the start as I cover the basic information and some introduction to the super visa application for those who are not very familiar to this. Let me start how the super visa application is different from the regular visit visa applications and which one you should apply. For the regular visit visas, a person can stay for up to 6 months from the date of entry, and the visa is mostly valid for 10 years or until the expiry of your passport. There might be some special cases when you are not given the multiple entries visa, so in such cases, you can only visit once for maximum 6 months, and you have to reapply in case you want to travel again to Canada. So please check the visa page carefully on your passport. But in case of super visa, which is also valid for up to 10 years or until the expiry date of your passport, the super visa holders can stay in Canada for up to 5 years without having to leave Canada or without worrying about extending your status every now and then. It gives you some peace of mind if you want to stay a little longer. But of course, not everyone might want to stay for this long, so they can go with the regular visit visa. The application process for both regular and super visa is mostly similar except a few things and some additional documents, but they are very easy to gather and you can easily apply online on the IRCC portal. So without any further ado, let's get started. Official website canada.ca. Click on English. Now click on Visit Canada. Apply for a visitor visa. Click on How to apply. Then you will see some questions which you need to answer. So why you are applying for a visitor visa? So for this today's video, we will select for a family visit, and then you have to tell that what is your family member status in Canada. So if the person who is inviting you to Canada is a Canadian citizen, select this. If he or she is a permanent resident, then you can select this option. So for today's video purpose, I will assume that the host is a Canadian permanent resident. Now the next question is, do you plan to visit your children or grandchildren for more than 6 months? Yes, because you want to apply for super visa. So it says that you may be eligible to apply for a super visa, and then click on find out how to apply for a super visa. So on this page you have some background or introduction about the super visa. So a super visa lets you visit your children or grandchildren for 5 years at the same time. It's a visa that provides multiple entries for a period up to 10 years. Then scroll down, click on who can apply. So on this page you can see the eligibility criteria, the health insurance details and some other conditions. So let's talk about the eligibility very quickly. So the host who is inviting you to Canada, they must be your children or grandchildren. They must be a Canadian citizen, permanent resident of Canada or a registered Indian, and they must provide one of the following documents here. You can read that. Must be 18 years of age and lives in Canada. They should meet or exceeds the minimum necessary income. And what is that? Just click on this link and you can see a table here. So for the host, let's assume that there are 3 members living in the house. So the total household income, they should be having $44,966. So this is the minimum amount of money you need to immigrate to Canada based on the size of the family. Also, there are some other conditions that the person must be living outside of Canada. So if you are the applicant, you must be outside of Canada when you are applying for the super visa, and you cannot include the dependents in this application. Next point is about the health insurance. So you must have a proof of your health insurance policy when you are applying for the super visa. Until few months back, there was a rule that you can only have the health insurance from a Canadian insurance company. But I think in January or February 2025, they changed it, and now you can have the health insurance even from the outside of Canada. But there are some conditions that if you are selecting any insurance company from the outside of Canada, they must be authorized by the OSFI. OSFI is the Office of the Superintendent of Financial Institutions. And this is the link if you want to check the list of the financial institutes who are, giving you the health insurance. Then for the health insurance, it must be valid for minimum 1 year from the date of entry. So let's say if you're planning to come to Canada on a super visa in December 2025, so you must be having the health insurance which starts from December 2025 and should be valid until December 2026. Should be paid in full or in the installments with a deposit. It should cover the healthcare, hospitalization, and repatriation. Should also have the minimum coverage of $100,000. And as a super visa holder, you should be having the valid health insurance policy while in Canada. So if your health insurance will expire before you leave Canada, you may need to renew it or maintain your health insurance during your stay. And also you might need to show the proof of your health insurance when you enter Canada. Then there are some other conditions which IRCC will consider, which is your ties to your home country, your purpose of visit, your family and finances, the overall economic and political stability of the home country. So this was the background of the super visa. Click on this link, how to apply. Now on this page, they'll talk about the documents. I'll talk about the documents in the later part of this video anyway, so I'll skip that. The next link is apply online. So we have two options here, IRCC portal and IRCC portal new version. Some of you might be thinking that you should apply from the new version, but it is not always the case because there are some conditions. You can only and only use this new version if you met all these criteria. So let's say if you are 18 years of age or older, then yes, you can use this new version. If you are applying alone, so let's say only father is coming, mother is not coming, or just one person, let's say mother is coming, father is not coming, then you are eligible to apply from the new version. The third condition is that you have never applied for anything with us before. So which means that you never had any application before, you do not have any UCI number, you have never dealt with IRCC, so you can use this new version. And the fourth condition is that you are not using a representative, which means you are applying on your own. So in that case also you can use this new version. But in most of the cases of the super visa, there will be father and mother both in the application. And even for today's video's purpose, I'll assume that two-person are coming, so we'll use this IRCC portal. So click on this button. So on this page, it tells you that you can use this IRCC portal to apply for a visitor visa, for super visa for parents and grandparents, and for transit visa. So we are applying for the super visa for parents and grandparents. So we are good here. Then there are two options, sign in and register. So if you have the account, you can directly sign in. But if you do not have the account, you have to register first. So registration is very simple. You can click on this button, get invitation code, enter your email address. So this is the temporary email address I created for this video. So click on get invitation code. So this is the invitation code. You can copy this and you will be using this invitation code when you are signing up. So let's click on the sign up button, invitation code. Now enter the email address, enter the password, some details. So in this case, let's assume that I'm the host and I'm inviting my parents from India and I will be acting as a representative. So I'm creating my own account here. So this will be my details. I'm living in Canada. So my name, last name and first name. I'll give my telephone number. So let's just enter any random phone number. Click on sign up. Okay, let's change the password. I'll check my email and enter the verification code here. So this is the mail and here's the code. I'll copy this and paste it here. Terms and conditions, I accept, close them. So this is your IRCC portal account. And here you will be creating the application for your parents or grandparents to invite them for super visa. So this is the end of the part 1 of the super visa application series, and in the next part I'll be adding the applicants into the account, meaning my father and mother, and fill out the complete forms and details for the parents one by one. So stay tuned for the next part and please like, share and subscribe to our channel Canada Dreamers. Thank you.